So, moving on to the fourth line, you're probably wondering, why did we not put the third line with the second and first? Just like when we were doing the second line, we were practicing it together with the first line. Well, the only reason is because the last line of the piece is identical to the second line. And I'd like you to think of this piece in two large sections, the first two lines, then the second two lines. And we're going to work on the last line, and then we're going to put the third and fourth lines together, and then we're going to put the whole piece together. So, the good news, as I said, is that the last line is just like the second line, with one difference. We start down bow instead of up bow. So you already know this, so we're not going to go through any of the introductory information. See if you can figure it out anyway. Let's prepare. A 1, 2, or C sharp on your theater tune. All right, bow on the E string. 1, 2, ready, go. We'll do this just another 2 times because I think this is easy for you. Alright, on the E string, second finger ready. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, last time. Just check your A1, 2 again. Alright, E string, bow on the string. 1, 2, ready, go. Ready to put it all together with the third line? Alright, let's do it. So, A1, A1, just to get ready. We'll do this 2 times. Bow on the string, 1, 2, ready, go. Last time. A1. Bow on the string. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, ready to play it? Let's play the whole thing. We're going to do the whole thing 3 times. Bow on the E string. Get your second finger prepared above the string. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, do you remember how in Twinkle Theme we talked about backwards curves and forwards curves? Let's review that for 1 second, because some of you might be having some problems with the first 2 notes. Are you getting this result? Well, fear not. So do you remember that we talked about the fact that on a forwards curve, the arm leads and the wrist follows. On a backwards curve, the wrist leads and the arm follows. The very first 2 notes represent a backwards curve. So the wrist leads and the arm follows. What does that mean? That means our wrist is going to be nice and straight, nice and flexible and relaxed, and our arm is going to follow the curvature of the string after the wrist initiates it. So can you just play a few times? So you can see my wrist. Alright, let's do the first bar. Ready, go. So do that as many times as you need to. Let's play our piece 2 more times now. Bow on the string. 1, 2, oh, and let's prepare our first and second fingers. Good. Finger above the string, 1, 2, ready, go. We're going to do it one last time. Now, before we do the last time, do you remember I made mention at the very beginning of this lesson about something called cut time? Well, cut time is another way of thinking about this piece, because you know there's a C, but there's a line written through it, a vertical line, and cut time actually means 2/2 time. 2/2 time means 2 beats in a measure, and the half note gets the beat. This is kind of confusing, actually, especially in a piece with so many quarter notes. And it's just another way of thinking about where the pulse is. I'll give you an example. When you're doing 4/4 time, a conductor would conduct 4/4 time like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, a conductor would conduct 2 time like this. 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. And so all we've done is we've replaced the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 with 1 and 2 and. And in the case of lightly though, if you're really going to feel it in 2, you have to kind of think of it this way. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So I've replaced some of the numbers, the 3s and the 4s with ands, and there's a reason for that which we don't really need to get into at the moment, but the more important thing is just that you understand that the pulse is in 1 and 2, not 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if we thought of it in 4, there's also another danger, which is that you could think of every note kind of having more emphasis than it should, and that's not the intention of the version of lightly that we're playing. So that's I suppose Suzuki's reasoning for arranging this in 2/2 time. So let's play it together and try to feel it in 2. If you can't, this is not crucial, but I wanted to just kind of let you know that 2/2 time exists, also called cut time. From the beginning, let's play our A, 1, 2, and now go on the E string. Second finger hovering above the A string. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2, 1